Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. I've got chapped lips, so hopefully I'm not too ugly. This is my first video after my South Carolina visit and trip to go canvas on the ground with the Bernie team. We'll do more about that later. I've got a lot of footage, so I'm going to edit that together and so forth, but it might be maybe a day or two before I do that. And I want to get back to doing some of the classic videos that I am known for. This is what I'm known for. I am known for this. Okay, so Public Enemy, which I'm a fan of Public Enemy. I'm not like I've not listened to all of their music, though. I do routinely try to get through their discography, but they do have a lot of fucking albums, so it will take a while. But I am a fan of Public Enemy. I have been for a few years, and I was super, super hyped when they announced that they're going to do a show with Bernard in California, and about 30,000 people showed up, I think. I forget what the numbers are. You can look that up. But it was huge. It was like they did the camera pans, and it was like a giant fucking thing. And shortly before the event happened, like a few hours before, Flavor Flav, which is kind of like the guy that's like, he's the official quote-unquote hype man of the group. You'll hear him in a lot of songs like say "Yeah Boy" and so forth. He doesn't provide much to the music, honestly. And I'd never really I remember when I was young, when I was like 9 years old, I remember seeing my mom watch his fucking Bachelor TV show on VH1. And so that kind of like set the stage for this. And I was like, when I started listening to hip hop a few years ago, I was like, oh, that's the guy from that show my mom watched when I was fucking like a child. So, he got into a spat with Chuck D, who's the front man, and the real kind of like machine behind Public Enemy for the most part, about the Bernie Sanders show, and Flavor Flav was trying to act like he owned Public Enemy's like label and so forth, and Chuck basically said nah bitch and just like kicked him off the rolls, which is so funny. But yeah, so you have like a little news article, and the reason I'm giving you this backstory is because there's a lot of people that are acting like they're like huge historians of like hip hop and Public Enemy, and like they know what they're talking about, and they're making a lot of really funny comments. You've probably already read this one. This is my favorite one. How divisive is Bernie Sanders? He just got Flavor Flav fired from Public Enemy. No, really, that just happened. One idiot grifter on the left keeps running for president to stroke his own ego, and everything gets ripped to pieces. Bernie Sanders is why we can't have nice things. Oh my god, like seriously? It's just, like, and then like you look at this guy, right? You look at this guy, and I'm not here to judge, right? I'm not here to, like, be someone who judges people based on appearance. That's not what I'm doing. That's not why I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a respectable person. I've reached an epiphany while on my Bernie Sanders, canvassing trip. I am a better person now. I'm no longer going to be a toxic Bernie, bro. But Jesus fucking Christ, like, can you look at this motherfucker? Like, oh my fucking god. Like, imagine posing for a photograph like that. Like, oh, like Jesus fuck. Like, And then, of course, the next tweet I go on here, the first, like, 8 minutes ago, he's talking about fucking Putin. So, I mean, like, facts and logic. He's retweeting Joe Biden shit. Like, this is just, like, one of those people, right? That like has to get their opinion out on everything, even though they know nothing about anything. I want to thank all the Bernie fanatics out there for letting me know this week that I had a large head and receding hairline. The Bernie Bros. Like, it's so fucking funny. I love it. Oh my god. Anyway, you have some more here that are just super fucking funny. Everybody knows Flavor Flav, but who the hell is Chuck D? Now, it's hard to tell if a lot of this is sarcasm. We've kind of reached that point. in the internet, and I'm not going to click on all these individual tweeters to see if this is sarcasm, but it's really hard. It's super hard to tell, and that's like, oh my god, Bernie Sanders is a divider. Like, it's, oh my god. So Chuck D is going to support Sanders, the only candidate that did not show up in Selma today, not to attend Elijah's funeral. What the fuck? Come on, Chuck. Oh, like, you can make an argument about the timing. You can totally make that argument. I'm not here to discredit that. I do think the Selma thing was very important. It's one of those things where it's super important, but at the same time, Super Tuesday is like literally tomorrow. So like, it's just one of those things where it's a balancing act, And, I'm not here to make any sort of judgment there, but still, I find that really funny to use that again. Like no substance, right? Just like, oh, Bernie didn't show up at an event. Got him! Got him! He got gotted. It's just so fucking... it's so fucking cringy. But yeah, you also have Chuck D just like going after him on Twitter, which is really funny. I've not really followed Chuck D on Twitter before. Maybe I'll pop him a follow. I'll see what he has to say. It might be interesting. But he's just been going after him on Twitter, which is just so fucking funny. It's so funny to see that, like, first of all, Public Enemy supporting Bernie Sanders. That's a duh. If you know anything about Public Enemy and what their music is about, and if you know anything about Bernie Sanders and what his platform is about, it's an obvious mix. It's one of those things where it's like, I like Public Enemy, right? And I liked Bernie Sanders, and then when I first saw them announce the show, it was like, oh, perfect. And then like all these people that don't understand, like, what the fuck, like, what they're talking about is just so fucking funny. Oh, I love it. And this is a really funny tweet. Bernie Sanders was able to break up Public Enemy, who has been together for 35 years. I'm confident that as president, he can do the same to the banks. Really good tweet. I'll pop that a retweet. But yeah, if you want to see some really cringy stuff, just, go to a lot of these fucking things, and you'll see a lot of really cringy boomer Gen X white people talk about how much they love Public Enemy, but how much they hate Bernie Sanders. And I thought this was a really funny story. I was like following this in the whole car ride home yesterday, and it was just so fucking funny. And I just want to say also, if you haven't seen the actual show that they did, totally check it out. It was super awesome. I thought the audio balance was could have been better, but at the same time, it was just super sick. And yeah, fight the power, etc. And hopefully Bernie does well on Super Tuesday. I'm hopeful, and hopefully you're hopeful, because if we're hopeful, we can be hopeful together, and we can combine our hope, and then we can add some change over there, and we can get some hope and some change up in this bitch, if you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm saying, that's okay too. And I'm gonna turn the video off because I've been talking for a while, and I need to take a rest. My throat is sore from all this talking. So get out. Turn it off. Is it off?